Now, how much are they supporting you with? What are they taking care of? What are you taking care of? Clear expectations, and do not be afraid to speak with your parents. You are just trying to raise unnecessary awareness for yourself. It is none of your business. Yet it is your wedding. Let everyone handle his or her family. Even if there's an issue on the wedding day, do not handle your partner's family. Let your dream, your vision and purpose, let it align with the kudi in your kuda bank. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Deborah. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back to watch my content. And today we are talking about common mistake brides make, part 2. I'm going to link part 1 in the description box. Go back and watch it, and watch till the end. Like, there are a lot of bombs in that video. Like, when I say bomb, it's not like negative bomb, but like positive bomb. You get it? So without further parallels, can we dive straight into action? Trying to DIY everything. I know you can bake, yes, you can cook, yes, you can style, you can do makeup. What else can you do? Like, you can do almost everything. You can decorate. But there are right to be, there's limits to the things you can do for your wedding. There are some things you can do if there's proper planning. Say you started planning early enough, like say you had a whole year to plan, then you can sew your wedding dress. You could have sewn the dress 6 months or 7 months before the wedding. But you wanting to do everything yourself. I know trying to do stuff yourself saves you money, yes, I know. But when you try to do everything yourself, you get overwhelmed, you get tired. Please, for the sake of your husband to be, that man is spending a lot of money to come and marry you. There's still all this, you know that you have to do. But you've overwhelmed and exhausted all your energy on wedding planning. Now, which energy would you use after the wedding? Or are you not aware there's work that is waiting for you after wedding? Hey, my sister, just work. Oh, there's work to be done. We would get there. But while we are talking about this, don't overstress yourself. It's going to have a lot of effects on your mental health. So you have to be considerate of your mental health. You have to be considerate of your well-being and your stability. So please, I know you can do a lot of things yourself, but delegate when you can. Get an event planner if you can afford it. And trust me, depending on the class of event planner you want to get, you can get an event planner for 80,000, 100,000, 60,000. And the money you would pay would be worth more than all those stress you want to give yourself. So please, you cannot do everything yourself. There are some things I never did because I had a plan now, like picking color of ashwabi. There are things I never did, and you cannot do everything myself. The next point is posting your wedding invites everywhere on social media. Why do people post their invites all over social media? Can you please drop it for me in the comment section if you have a reason? And I'm not talking about WhatsApp here or a WhatsApp group, say your department in church, workers, maybe you are in choir, you want to do wedding, they can post your IV there because everyone in church, of course, know you are getting married. That is not what I am talking about. People post their invitation card for strangers to see, like Facebook groups. Like, I've seen people post their invite on a Facebook group, and I'm like, what is your invite doing on this group? You are coming to post invites on rant group. If you know rant group, let me see your comments in the comment section. So yeah, a group with about 50,000 people, 100,000 people, you are saying, oh, celebrate with me, it's my wedding. Please, what resources do you have on ground? And you are putting your IV on that kind of group. Then apart from resources, let's talk about security. You may be exposing yourself to more danger by doing that. A lot of people know when you are getting married, they know where you are getting married. Not like it's a strictly by invite wedding. There's no mopo at the door, there's no security at the door, and you are doing that. I feel you are exposing yourself to more danger. I stand to be correct. My wedding pictures, I did not post them till some hours to my wedding go. I posted my pictures, our wedding pictures around, I think 5 p.m. Wednesday evening. I had settled to the hotel. We were in the hotel already, we had settled down. My friend was writing notes for people for gifts. So we packed gifts for my friend and my husband's friend, and I delegated a friend for that. So we were writing those handwritten notes at that point, like, dear Tola, thank you for being part of my life and coming to my wedding. I wrote the notes back on share. So that was the time I was posting pictures. I can remember clearly, you understand. I was trying to use that to relax because my sister, everything on my head that moment was like, can this wedding just come and go so that I can be with the love of my life, you know. I was so tired. Like, we have been preparing for this day for the past 1 year, and I think it is tomorrow and I cannot actually wait. And pre-wedding picture is even still fair. When you post pre-wedding pictures online, people that are close to you can message you for their invite. If it is not a low key wedding, that is still reasonable. But why do people put invites online? Like, you put invite, you put the address, you put the time, you put the church wedding, you put everything for strangers on groups. On Instagram, you have 10,000 people following you, and you think all of these people are happy for you. But I just feel like you should be security conscious when it comes to wedding, and the fact that your partner is also exposed to more danger, even apart from the fact that you are saving costs, you are doing a low-key wedding and all that. That is what I feel. Almost every month, my wedding planner was asking me, how many people are we planning for? I told him 100. How many people? There was a month I told him, okay, we are planning for 150, because he kept asking me like he wanted to hear a different number. Then he was like, he did not ask me because he actually wanted to hear a different number. But a lot of brides, they would keep inviting people. You told your event planner you're expecting 100 people in May. Between May to July, you've invited 300 more people. That event planner is still planning for 100 people, and there are 600 people coming already. And there's no magic the event planner wants to do. If you've prepared for 100 people, and on the wedding day there's 1,000 people, how will these people hit? Do you understand? And your event planner is not Jesus fed 5,000 people with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes. That is Jesus. Okay? So if there's only 5 loaves of bread on your wedding day, we are gonna feed just 5 people, because there's no magic that can be done here. Are you with me? Except if your wedding budget is like, say, 20M, yeah, that's fantastic. You can start plastering your invites everywhere and all that. But I just feel like, for security purposes majorly, apart from the money and feeding parts, I think it's a mistake. The next mistake is you are afraid to talk to your parents. This happens a lot. When it comes to wedding, you are most likely to have issues with your parents. Your parents want something to be done this way. You want something to be done this way. Your parents want a particular event center. You and your husband want a particular event center. So I think at the beginning, you should have a discussion with your parents. Now, how much are they supporting you with? What are they taking care of? What are you taking care of? Have clear expectations and do not be afraid to speak with your parents. I see people saying, oh, I do not know how to handle my dad. I do not know how to handle my mom. Yeah, before the wedding, we had some issues. Like, they wanted something, I wanted something else. My mom wanted something, I wanted something else. My dad wanted something, I wanted something else. But at the end, we were able to find a grant of what works for all of us, and we were happy. There wasn't any drama on the wedding day, even months before the wedding. And this issue of somebody wanting something, someone wanting something, that was issues we had around that April, May. It was even very far from the wedding. So by June, July, we've settled the things that were kind of causing issues, and we were on the same page months before the wedding. Do you understand? So don't feel like, hey, this is happening, why is this happening in my wedding? Even people that they have good and cordial relationship with their parents, a lot of times you want different things. So you have to find a way to discuss with them, let them know what you want, let them know these things would make you happy, and discuss expectations. Don't expect that, oh, my dad is supposed to feed everybody for the wedding, especially when the old man is retired and he does not have enough money, and you know, but you just feel like, hey, you should go and take loan now and feed people. His daughter is getting married. Then the father on the other side thinks that, oh, you know, I'm retired now, you and your husband should talk and conclude about feeding, and you do your wedding and all that. So call them for a discussion, know what you're expecting, so you know how to manage those expectations early. A lot of people make the mistake of expecting something from their parents or from their siblings, but a month to the wedding, they are not saying those things, and that time there will be tension, there will be pressure, people will start fighting. And I think that a month to the wedding is a very sensitive time, and that time the devil is at alert to spoil things, and that is not the time to fight. I'm not saying minute issues will not come up, that you would not be on the same page. Some issues will still come up. I'm talking about major issues, expectations about money, what you expect of them, what they expect of you. Settle expectations. Settle expectations with your parents. Let your husband settle expectations with his parents. The next point is trying to handle your partner's family. Now, this is very common. A friend got married, I think that was 2 months ago, and she was telling me that her husband family was doing this, she was doing that, she wants to go and meet them, that she does not want this. Sis, you want to go and do what? So I kind of feel like you are kind of exposing yourself when you should not. If your husband family wants something and you do not want it, you talk to your partner. For me, I think that's the best thing. Talk to your partner. What you agree on what you want. Say, okay, you want to rent an event center, and your husband family say, oh, this is the event center we want. You talk to your partner. What do we want for ourselves? So let's assume when you've agreed, your partner's family is not agreeing. It is none of your business. You leave that to your partner to handle it. You do not handle it. Do you understand? You have no reason to call your partner's family and say, hello, mommy. You said you do not want that hall. That's the hall I want, though. You're just trying to raise unnecessary awareness for yourself. Yes, it is your wedding, but it is none of your business. Let the bride handle her family members on issues that are causing problem. Let your husband handle his family members on issues that are causing problem. And even if they call you on that same issue, act innocent. Just say, oh, okay, maybe when I discuss with my partner again, well, I do not know the thing is going to say, but let's hope. Just don't as if you're on their side, even if you know that option is actually not good for you, because you are just causing problems. So never try to handle your partner's family before your wedding. Never try it. It doesn't end well most. If at the end they have their way, okay, it's okay. But don't try and say, I will change things here, I will do this, I will do that. It is not healthy for the family you want to raise. It is not healthy. Don't try to handle your partner's family. It's an error. Let everyone handle his or her family. Even if there's an issue on the wedding day, do not handle your partner's family. Bride, handle your family. Groom, handle your family. Everybody handle their family. Do you understand? And you people, do you know you should be paying money for this? Talk I'm doing for you people. It's not easy. It's a lot of work. Please, to compensate me, please share on your WhatsApp status, share on the groups that you are in, and share to your friends that you know they are getting married. Please help us reach a wider audience. Please, Ejon to your Lord, share. Thank you. So the next mistake brides made, they set unrealistic budgets. Now, you want to have a destination wedding. You want to go to Dubai and they do your wedding beside a beach, like there's beach there and all that. You have all this nice picture, like your wedding gown. You want a wedding gown full of blings and shine and all that, and your budget is 5 million. How? Maybe you want to fly your vendors, or perhaps you want to search for vendors in Dubai. Do you know how much it costs? Do you know how much photography costs in Dubai? Do you know how much videography costs in Dubai? Do you know how much makeup costs in Dubai? Do you understand? You want to eat jollof rice, but the money on ground can only do concoction rice. You just put palm oil, you put pepper, you put egg. That's what your money can afford. So when drafting out your budget, be realistic enough. Don't want something big and your money is not enough. And I'm not trying to look down on anyone and trying to no. What I'm saying is, if the money on ground can afford a low-key wedding, don't dream above that. The money available now cannot fund my dream wedding. What can I do? You have two options. You can decide to postpone your wedding till the following year, or you can decide to make use of the resources you have available. So if you have 2M available, you can make use of that. If you have 3M available, you can make use of that and plan with that for your wedding. You can tell yourself, we can wait till next year or till next 2 years when we can really afford our dream wedding. Do you understand? So you do not have to marry now. Like, no one is rushing you. You can take your time, or you make use of the resources on ground. But do not have small money and have big dreams. Let your dream, let it align. Let your dream, your vision and purpose, let it align with the kudi in your kuda bank. The next point is, you are not setting healthy boundaries. Now, one thing about wedding, people would always want to have a say. So for your parents, for this thing, myself and my partner would appreciate it if we have a say and we make the decision. So let them know the things they can decide on, or you want their input on, and let them know the things you and your partner want to handle. And I am not saying be rude to your parents or be rude to your family, or you stand up and you start shouting at them and all that. You do not have to shout at them. You can be firm and pass across your message to them, like, this is what I want. You do not have to be rude. So find a way to manage it. Do not be rude, but let them know what you actually want. Set healthy boundaries, like, for this, leave it to myself and my husband. For this, leave it to myself and my wife. Or for this, leave it for me. I would handle it. So set boundaries on the things you want to handle and the things you appreciate their input on. It is very important. And even friends, see, there are some friends, they will keep pushing you, like, why will you use this kind of this? Use this, use this, use this. They will keep pushing you till you empty your account and your eyes is gonna clear. There are things that I asked my friends because I needed their opinion. Like say my purse, the first purse I got, I showed the friend and she was like, oh, for your level, for your standard, this purse does not work. I'm like, really? I showed my event planner, he said no. I showed the third person, the person said no. I showed the first person, the person said no. So I knew, okay, this purse would not work for wedding. So I had to go and get, and they were like, go for zirconia. Zirconia is actually quite expensive, but that was what they said I should go for. So I'm like, if 4 people are saying this is better, then that means this is actually better for me. So I went for a zirconia purse. I got it for 20,000 naira. That my first purse was, I think, 6.5. And they were like, no, you cannot use this. I think my event plan actually requested to see my purse. Was like, have you gotten your accessories? Can I take a look? So when I sent him the purse, it was like, no, you cannot use this purse. I'm like, oh really? Will you give me money? So I showed another friend and she was like, no, you cannot use this. So I had gotten 2 purses, one for trad and one for white wedding and reception. So I'm like, see, if I have to get another purse, I cannot buy 2 zirconia purses. That would be up to 50,000 because the ones I was seeing were 25,000 and so on. So I had to get a single purse and I used that purse for all the events. I cannot buy more purses. If you people are not approving my purse farm, I'm just gonna get 1 purse. So another example is my wedding dress. I wanted to rent my dress at first. So immediately I told my event planner, I said, no, you cannot rent your dress. I'm like, really? Is it your wedding? He was like, no, you cannot rent dress. Why do you want to rent dress? Is it money problem? What is your problem? I said, it's not really about money problem, but I just feel like I'm not going to use them again. And he was like, no, you cannot rent a dress. For me, I did not see a big deal in renting a dress, but he did not want it. Then I told my mom, she was like, no, I know African mother. She was like, again, someone has won. You do not know the person's family problem and all that. The person now removed the gown. God forbid, in Jesus' name, you will not wear. My mom took the whole thing up. I'm like, why? Listen, to me, I did not see it as a big deal. Then I told my best lady, she was like, no. So I'm like, okay, I'll get a new dress. As I said, I'm not really big on white weddings if you've been following my wedding series. So renting the wedding dress was not a problem for me. But my engagement dress, I know I can never rent it. Like, I wanted something from my edge. Do you understand? Please pardon the background noise. I've been waiting for this book for the past 1.5 hours, and this is after 4 already. Before I know it, the sun will go down and I will not be able to film again. So please bear with me. Let's just go through the rest of the points. So set healthy boundaries. So if you need their input with a decision, you bring them in and let them know the things you want to take charge. Let them know that it's not like they have to take charge of everything. The ones you need their decision on, you will let them know. So healthy boundaries is extremely important. The next point is, a lot of brides try to act to be different. Like, oh, I want my wedding to be different. I want it to be unique. If you want some things based on your dreams, your goal, and the kind of picture you have for your big day, that's different. Don't try to compare your wedding with someone, because no matter the kind of wedding you do, another wedding would come next month and that wedding would break the internet and we would forget about your wedding. So I usually advise you prioritize the things that make you happy, the things that makes you fulfilled. There are some things that I just really wanted on my wedding, then I made sure I did them. So do not prioritize all that. Don't say, oh, I want to make sure my wedding is more than this person's wedding. It is not about them, it is about you. Prioritize your happiness, make sure you are happy, and every other thing will become history. Do they feel me? The final point is not considering guests. This is a lot of mistake brides make. They tend to feel like, oh, it's my wedding. Yes, it is your wedding, it is your day, you have to be happy and all that, but please try and make preparation for your guests. Consider them, make sure they are happy. Please, it is important. So consider there. I hope you got value today. Please click the subscribe button if you got value. Like this video so that YouTube can show me to more people that needs to see this point of mine should be showing on your screen already. Please click and watch. Please click and watch. You would also learn from this video. I promise you. I shared from my heart and I shared from my experience. And I am going to see you in my next video. Bye bye.